Welcome back to SmackDown Vs Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. I am your host, Attack Slug, and it is indeed time for SummerSlam, my first head-to-head pay-per-view with ECW and Raw in New York, New York. Now, let's double-check on our roster here for our health and other various reasons. Obviously, that's fine. Overalls are fine. Fatigue level. Edge and Batista from that hardcore match are up there. And that's not going to be good if they get injured either way on a long-standing feud. So that one, we'll see how it goes. But we currently have, let's see here, unsatisfied in Batista, Jeff, Matt, Randy, and Taker. Does anybody want a title shot, or is it all just for renegotiation? Jeff Hardy, look. You're getting put into a tag team thing pretty soon here, Jeff, so don't you worry. That shot is coming for you and your brother. In terms of contracts remaining, 2 weeks on these. Let's just toss them some 5-week deals for all these 2-week deals and worry about it in like a month. So that's going to be the thing there. To put us under 4 million, these things happen. Sandman, I'm iffy on re-signing Sandman after this is now done with this tag team feud. So we're going to wait on Sandman, but I do want to keep Crime Time because we have our tag team feud with the Hardy Boys upcoming for those individuals. So, that being said, let's go book SummerSlam, and perhaps the SmackDown after SummerSlam is going to be the case. So, I get 2 matches here, right? And I don't get to choose those. Can I change this? Okay, I can change this. Thank God. Thank God, because that's not what I planned. I have to finish these feuds, right? I have to say the main event should be Stone Cold John Cena. No Randy Orton in here. Like, what? Why? And it should be for that World Heavyweight title. And it should be Iron Man match. And we'll do a 20-minute Iron Man match there between Stone Cold and John Cena for that World Heavyweight title. A fitting way to end a feud between these two top-tier talents. But otherwise, we have MVP and Ciampa for the IC belt in a submission match. We have Booker versus Khali. And we have Candice and Umaga as managers. Or is it... Bro, I don't know. Is it Candice versus Khali? I can't tell you. I don't know. I think it's Booker versus Khali, but whatever. A Kane, Kennedy, Ashley, Melina fatal 4-way. But they want to book this Battle Royal as a 6-man. That is not who I would choose. And will this screw up my current rivalries is my question. Because that is definitely at the top of my concerns. So, I can book this match, but it's going to have to include people who are currently in rivalries. Like Batista. Like Edge. And Taker, Shawn Michaels. But who else is currently Ray and Matt Hardy? So that should wrap up all those rivalries for all of that. And obviously it's non-title because it's non-title. But that's weird in how they book these things. And I get it. There are 3 brands and only 6 matches. So you got to only give me 2. I understand. But thankfully, I get that main event. That makes sense. But yes, this is going to be weird. Am I going to win? Probably not. But you know what? It's a learning experience. Let's confirm the card and advance the show, because I don't know. So, Ashley wins that fatal 4-way. We have a simulation here, and that simulation will give us Batista winning that Battle Royal 6-man deal. Booker and Candice over Khali and Umaga, MVP, IC champion, and the main event we're going to simulate, and it's going to be John Cena does his John Cena thing. SmackDown vs. Raw, fan change, SmackDown 800,000. EC Dub brings us a 3.5-star ECW. Raw brings us a 3.5-star Raw. And SmackDown, my show, the blue brand, is a 5 time. SmackDown, so 2.8. Raw brings 2.89, and SmackDown 3.45 in the ratings. You love to see it. 2 GMs. Wait, 2? 3. There's 3 GMs. How is this me vs. Raw when there were matches in there from ECW? But SmackDown has a bit more in the tank. That puts us at an injury for Stone Cold Steve Austin with a strained hamstring, but we finished up the feud with John Cena. So now John Cena needs a new top competitor until No Mercy and or beyond, perhaps. Perhaps. So Austin there is going to be hurt for a little bit, but I don't think I won that cross-branded pay-per-view. So let's go and, yeah, we're on Raw, and I don't think in my notes here, in my progress, does that count as a head-to-head? I see Rumble, I see Mania, I see there. I did not win a joint pay-per-view, I guess. So let's go back and look at that real quickly and see what was at SummerSlam in New York. That was a 3-star for these guys. That was a 4.5-star for me. That was a 3-star for them. That was a 3.5, and I got a 5 in the main event. So, look, man, I do not know what the deal is here with all this. But what I do know is that it said I won, and the ratings reflect as such. So, you know what? Let's move on from that to Jackson, Mississippi. And let's check on our Power 25 and see who needs to be higher than they already are. Taker, Crime Time, and the Hardy Boys. So, Taker, Crime Time, and the Hardy Boys. Let's check our fatigue levels as we do here between Taker, Crime Time, and the Hardy. Wow, Edge, Batista need a week off. And so does Matt Hardy. And so does Steve Austin. So does Rey Mysterio. So, how about we boost up Taker and Crime Time so they can get boosted up. Actually, Taker is 96. 1 for him, and then 1 for Shad, 1 for... Let's just do Taker, Crime Time, and then me. Me. What about me? What about Slug? So, Taker, Crime Time, and Slug in our 1, 2, 3, 4 days here. So, Raw. Events and activities, a trophy date for the Dead Man. Here we go. and then 1 for each of Crime Time, and then 1 for me. But what happened on Raw here? Vacant. Triple H beats Marcus, Chavo, and Masters Shovel Style. It's time to play the game. Kane and Ashley lose to Kennedy, Husky, and Mickey. And MVP and Tori beat Regal and Melina. Tag team match playa. Now then, Columbia, South Kakalaki. We have a trophy date for Big Shad doing his thing there, +5. And checking on ECW. It was vacant. It was Finley, Michelle, and Kenny beating Kelly. Carlito losing to Henry, Candice, and Lashley. Why these 1-on-3 matches? What the hell? Booker losing to Kali and Umaga. And Elijah, your new ECW champion. So that was a 4-star show from them. But moving on, we have JTG on a trophy. Here we go with him. And +5. And then finally, on that Thursday, which today is Thursday, we have your boy, Attack Slug. So all of that business is happening on our program. But now, we must get into booking some new rivalries. I'm pretty sure that's the case now. So, rivalries. We should only have... Wait. Hold on. Why is this one still going? Crud. We gotta do one more week of this nonsense. I was hoping to be done with this by now, but we're not done with this by now. So that's unfortunate. Also, this one is still happening, even though it was ending at SummerSlam. So, things don't end at SummerSlam, they end the week after SummerSlam for some reason. But I do want to rest up Edge and Batista here, because that's a problem looking at their current fatigue level. And yeah, Hardy, Mysterio, Edge, Batista, and Austin, and Cena. So, yeah, you know, our big feuds, our top feuds here need some rest. And obviously, we have an injured Stone Cold Steve Austin. So we will put our world and our US belts on hold. I don't want to, but I have to. And then perhaps tomorrow we can do things properly with that. And again, I should also do that for... I only have 2 spots on promos. So this is getting very risky here for the current bit of business. Now, what I could do is just say, you know what, this is thumbs down. Therefore, we're just going to hit delete. Delete, delete, delete. So now we can put these 2 feuds on hold for the week. And I do want to finish up this feud, obviously. How bad is Cena? How bad? What if we had with a manager and with a manager? Would that, if they're in the match as managers and not wrestling, that might work out. So, clearly, we don't want to have them working matches. But, at the same time, if we book a match, and that match is in the main event of a SmackDown, and it is not Stone Cold versus John Cena, it is not for that world title, and that 4 is with manager and with manager, and we have, say, I don't know, a Randy Orton who is no longer in a tag team feud, and having to fight perhaps his ex-partner here in the Sandman, and Randy is managed by his arch-rival there, John Cena, and Sandman is managed by Stone Cold Steve Austin. That all checks out somehow, some way. That should A, end the feud, and B, make sure they aren't actually having to do that match, and be further injured in their nonsense. So let's just hit vacant on some of this stuff here to get it all hashed out. And I want to not have this match here happening at all. So again, vacant on that with the US title. No US title on that. And so promo number 1 is going to be the in place of a match here rivalry between these 2. This should finish this feud. I shouldn't need to do a promo 2 for this. So again, we'll continue on our making money type business, which is merchandise. Sell that stuff there. Alright, and so this one gets vacated so we can actually just have more matches here as we build towards more things we need to build towards. So let's see who else gets on this card here in terms of... Oh, right, no. I'm sorry. So we can't book Ray and we can't book Matt. But we can book Taker and HBK. So let's bring out those 2 regular here. So Shawn Michaels and Taker in their continuing rivalry. And we can book a, let's see, like a Jeff Hardy CM Punk deal here. So we'll do that in a... Just look, I'm trying to work on my fatigue here, which is pretty bad in this current bit of business. So Jeff Hardy's at 0 and CM Punk is at 1. So this match can be a tables match. There you go. Hardy Boys love them tables. Edge Batista has that in the spot there. These 2 do not need to be in a match because of their, look at that fatigue. They need a week off for sure, which means we can book in a standard match myself, the Attack Slug, and Slug will go one-on-one with JTG. And opening the show, we will see Big Shad Gregory Helms. So what's up with that? Indeed. So Shad vs. Helms, Slug vs. JTG, Edge Batista in the promo spot, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, tables match, Taker, HBK, regular merchandise, and Randy Orton versus Sandman with Cena and Stone Cold in the corners. That should fulfill all the current bits of business. It should. I'm not going to say it will, but it should if I've done it properly. So, proceeding to the show, Shad versus Helms. What do we get? Big Shad with a big win, as I thought he would get. Attack Slug versus JTG. It could go either way, but JTG gets that victory. Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, tables match. Yes, here we go, here we go, here we go. Jeff Hardy. And a drop toe hold through the table. That is Not a great spot to end a match with, but he won. He won. I'm not sure that sends the fans home happy, but, you know, he won the match, and that's what's important. Getting that dub on that record and heading to the pay window. And Taker versus HBK, what do we got? It is HBK. Main event, Randy Orton versus Sandman. What do we got? Sandman, with the help of Stone Cold, wins that matchup. Please, no injuries. Jeff Hardy wants a... I told you! Relax, Jeff Hardy. It's happening for those tag team titles. Don't you worry your rainbow little head off on that. We'll get there. We'll get there. But that does mean now that currently we are done with those. We need 3 more title deals, and that will be tomorrow. So I thank you for watching. More videos on this channel, and that starts a new era on the program tomorrow. I'm Attack Slug. I'll see you then. I'll see you here, and I'm out.